romantical thing. It's all right. I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce.
Hey, have you heard the buzz? There's this rumor going around that Jay-Z supposedly hooked up with Foxy Brown when she was underage, and things went south when he couldn't control her anymore. Word has it he gave her the industry cold shoulder and is now shelling out cash to keep her quiet about what went down. Ever wonder why Foxy Brown, who was tight with Jay, suddenly vanished from the scene? It's got people asking, Jay, what's the deal with Foxy? Apparently, she's dropped some jaw-dropping allegations that'll seriously make your eyebrows shoot up. Jay-Z, the big shot in the entertainment world, usually gets a pass for a lot of things. But this time, it seems like Foxy Brown isn't backing down. She's throwing shade at Jay-Z and isn't afraid to call out what she sees as not-so-great behavior. Her supposed revelations are like a bold move, taking on someone as big as Jay-Z, and it's got everyone questioning the lines of power and privilege in the glamorous world of the rich and famous. And hold on, there's more drama. Foxy's claiming another heavy hitter in the industry, none other than Jamie Foxx, supposedly helped Jay-Z do some sketchy stuff. Yep, you heard it right. So, if you've ever wondered why Foxy Brown vanished from the scene, well, today's your lucky day because she's spilling the tea on what really went down in the industry. Let's dive into it. So, Inga Marchand, aka Foxy Brown, spilled some wild stories about her rise to rap fame. Rumor has it she's claiming that Jay-Z, back when he was 27, allegedly took her V-card when she was just 15. Supposedly, Hova, known for having quite the, package, bankrolled her shopping sprees and salon visits while she was still in high school, all in the pursuit of, well, you know. But wait, there's more. Foxy allegedly says Jay-Z has a thing for trans folks, and she found out when one started bothering her post an encounter that left her with the G infection. She even claims there's a video from one of their, sessions. And get this, Jamie Foxx, the Living Color star, was supposedly in on it too. Okay, so here's the scoop. Foxy Brown spilled some serious tea, claiming that Jay-Z had her sign a bunch of hush-hush agreements about a steamy encounter involving the trio, her, Jamie Foxx, and Jay-Z. Yep, it was allegedly a threesome. But here's where things get wild. Right after, a supposed video of the whole thing mysteriously vanished from Foxy's place. And get this, she's pointing fingers at Jay-Z, thinking he had something to do with the tape's disappearance. Besides the jaw-dropping stuff, she's dropping hints that Jay-Z's world has this interesting consistency you can't ignore. Rumor has it she's suggesting there might be more to Jay-Z's connection with Larry Johnson than just being buddies. Apparently, Jay-Z and the NBA player once shared an apartment, and Larry had some history with Roca-Wear. It's like she's uncovering a secret layer to Jay-Z's life, and it's got everyone raising an eyebrow. So, in this supposed tell-all about her time with Jay-Z, Foxy Brown didn't shy away from spilling the beans on her feelings about Beyonce. Let's just say, she wasn't using any sugarcoating. Foxy laid it all out there, making it crystal clear how she felt about the global superstar. Word has it she even spilled that Bey had caught the bug from Jay-Z, now he is with Beyonce. F that halitosis-infected H, she said. If these claims turn out to be true, it's seriously heartbreaking. I mean, Foxy has been through a lot. She's not just talking about an infection, she's opening up about being a victim. Both of that and something awful when she was a kid. We've seen Jay-Z blacklist R. Kelly over accusations involving kids. So if Foxy's allegations hold water, how's Jay-Z any different? Hova might have started getting close to Foxy when she was really young. Their connection kicked off when Foxy was just 14 or 15, jumping into the scene with LL Cool J's I Shot Ya remix. As Foxy made her way in the music world, she teamed up with plenty of big names, but the standout collaborator was none other than Jay-Z, who she kept working with and co-writing.
I feel fresher than the next chick. No need for you to ever sweat the next chick. With speed, I make
Their first big duet, Ain't No N, made its debut on the soundtrack of The Nutty Professor in 1996, even though they recorded it in '94. Jay-Z kicked off the track with some confident lyrics, giving a nod to Foxy Brown. I keep it fresher than the next. B. No need for you to ever sweat the next. B. With speed, I make the best B see the exit. Indeed. You gotta know you're thoroughly respected by me. You get the keys to the Lexus with no driver. You got your own 96 something to ride. And keep your A tied up in Versace. That's why. The chorus turned into this mesmerizing duet between Foxy and Jay-Z, making everyone wonder about what was really going on between them. Ain't no end like the one I got. No one can F you better. Sleeps around, but he gives me a lot. Keeps you in diamonds and leathers. Friends tell me I should leave you alone. Tell the freaks to find a man of their own. Man of their own. Man of their own. But seriously, why was Jay-Z having a 15-year-old sing such explicit lyrics? That's the million-dollar question. All right, let's talk about the whole age thing with Foxy Brown and that song release in '96. People are still going back and forth on it, but official records say all the pre-mix stuff, vocals and all, was done by '94 when Foxy was like 14 or 15. Her first album, Il Nana, dropped when she was just 17. And get this, Jay-Z had his fingerprints all over it with 5 co-writing credits. There's this one track, Il Nana, where you can totally feel Jay-Z's influence. It's like a peek into something more than just a working relationship. And oh boy, it gets spicy with explicit lyrics. Who's got the illest pee on the planet? Sugar walls coming down. N can't stand it. The Il Nana. True absolute vodka. Straight shots. For the has-beens and have-nots. Dolla dolla. Real and it don't stop, we moving up. First the mansion, then the yacht, sound proper. Straight cash get got, bloodhounds. Trying to hunt down the brown fox, the Il Nana. Talking about hunting down the brown fox. Jay-Z. We see what you did there. And don't even get me started on the other songs that got way too graphic when Foxy was just 15 or 16. Let's clear something up. Method Man wasn't throwing in any words for these songs, but it's pretty obvious that Jay-Z and his crew played a big part in making the whole album seriously explicit. Check out another track, I'll Be, featuring Jay-Z, equally explicit, probably released in '97 with a reissue, but vocals were laid down between '94 and '96. Now, here's the juicy part. Rumors were buzzing that Jay-Z and Foxy had something going on in the '90s. They never spilled the tea on that back then, but truth is, they were super tight, both inside and outside the recording studio. Foxy Brown was killing it on stage, and what's up with Jay-Z bringing her on his tours repeatedly? That raised more than a few eyebrows, let me tell you. So, here's the big mystery. Were Foxy and Jay just pals, or was there more to their story? And why the radio silence on the topic? Well, let's rewind to when Foxy first crossed paths with Jay-Z. Rumor has it she was just 15, while Jay-Z was 27. Yeah, things start to sound a bit off there. Foxy signed up with Def Jam later on, and that's when the gossip mill kicked in, hinting at some romantic thing with Jay-Z. But hold up, Foxy's throwing shade on that, saying it's all about the music, nothing more. However, a 27-year-old guy kicking it with a 15-year-old girl, that's definitely making people raise their eyebrows. Jay-Z and Foxy's on-stage vibes were hard to miss, and he kept bringing her on stage during his tours while she was still in her teens. It's like a deja vu moment from the Aaliyah and R. Kelly drama back then. Always spotted together, hitting the same parties, you know the scene. People couldn't help but wonder if there was more to Jai and Foxy's connection than they were spilling. Back in the '90s, everyone was connecting the dot between Foxy Brown and Jay-Z, similar to how people saw Lil' Kim and Biggie. You couldn't ignore the chemistry they had. Lil' Kim and Biggie took things beyond friendship into romance, so it was only natural for folks to wonder if Jay-Z and Foxy were on a similar wavelength. Even Nas's infamous Ether track hinted at Jay-Z having more than just a friendly thing with Foxy, adding more fuel to the speculation. One of the lyrics says, "Foxy got you hot 'cause you kept your face in her pee. What you think, you getting girls now 'cause of your looks?"
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
Yeah, but that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown. It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Don't ask me his question. No, I'm not taking it.
I'm not just... Okay.
Y'all can keep asking
We're
questions.
moving on.
Y'all keep...
Recently, Damon Dash got interviewed by Nick Cannon, who threw a curveball asking about Foxy Brown's age when she was signed. Cannon hinted at something more, but Damon played it cool, saying he didn't sign Foxy and to ask Jay-Z. "I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown. I didn't sign Foxy Brown. Stop putting me in that. Don't beat around the bush. Say what you want to say." What do you mean by that question? It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. When pressed for a straight answer, Damon kinda exploded, and in that moment of evasion, he accidentally spilled the beans, making it seem like there was definitely something more than just friendship going on between Foxy and Jay-Z. He said, "I never stuck my C in the Fox's box, but damned if I ain't opened Pandora's box. They try to slander your man on CNN and Fox." So, after the whole drama unfolded, Foxy Brown hit back at the allegations, straight up calling them the fakest of the fake. She said, "The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. Any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. In all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story, with no audio, visual, or written interview, clearly was concocted with malicious intent. I will not let any undercover hater create discord and disrespect my name and reputation. This disrespect will not be tolerated." So, Wendy Williams had her own take on Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's connection. When she announced Foxy's memoir, Wendy threw some shade, hinting at their unnatural relationship. She said, "Foxy Brown's got a memoir dropping in December. Maybe you care, maybe not. The book's diving into all the controversial stuff in her life and hip-hop history. Kim Osorio, please don't hold back in your writing. If you're gonna spill it well. Foxy's pretty candid about her life, but I remember the I'll Be days with Jay-Z and Foxy. Foxy was in the spotlight, and, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown allegedly had a thing. Okay, I'll say alleged, but come on, we all kinda know. Yeah, she was in there before Beyonce. Allegedly. Wendy's never one to hold back. All right, let's take it back to the 90s hip-hop scene to understand what was up with Foxy Brown and Jay-Z. Foxy, the rap sensation, had a wild ride in the hip-hop world, especially in the early days. Her journey was like a roller coaster, closely tied to Jay-Z's rise, showing us the highs of success and the lows of the struggles she faced. Those early collabs with Jay-Z got her noticed, no doubt, but they also brought their fair share of challenges. So, we're diving into the nitty-gritty of Foxy Brown's career, her link with Jay-Z, the good times, the tough times, and how things eventually went separate ways. Let's kick it off in Brooklyn, where Foxy Brown's hip-hop story began. Growing up in Park Slope, she set the scene on fire. Her music journey was like a rocket taking off. So, picture this. Young Foxy wins a neighborhood talent contest, and bam, she catches the attention of track masters who were working on LL Cool J's Mr. Smith album. They see her talent, invite her to jump in on the track I Shot Ya, and just like that, she's on her way into the hip-hop world. Now this is where the Jay-Z connection starts brewing. Back in those early days, Jay-Z was making moves as both a rapper and an entrepreneur with Rockefeller Records. Foxy's unique talent and bold style made her a perfect match for collaboration. The hip-hop scene was buzzing, and they were ready to make some noise together. Back in '96, Foxy Brown and Jay-Z dropped Ain't No End, kicking off their successful tag team in the music scene. This track wasn't just a hit, it was like fireworks, showing off the electric chemistry between these two. Foxy brought the fire with her bold and unapologetic lyrics, perfectly meshing with Jay-Z's smooth and powerful vibe. This song didn't just boost their careers, it laid the groundwork for their artistic tag team. And guess what? They didn't stop there. In '97, they hit us with I'll Be, sealing the deal as a rap dream team. The magic between Foxy and Jay-Z was impossible to miss, creating this killer combo of lyrics, beats, and a shared passion for their craft. They were cooking up something special, and the world was definitely feeling it. Those collabs between Foxy Brown and Jay-Z were no doubt bangers, but they had their fair share of hurdles. The music world can be a wild ride, and the pressures of fame were real for both of them. Foxy's rocket to fame was like a whirlwind, but being in the spotlight brought its own set of challenges. In '99, Foxy dropped her second album, China Doll, and guess what? It rocketed to the top of the Billboard 200 chart, making her the second female rapper to hit that spot after Lauryn Hill. Talk about a trailblazer. China Doll not only solidified her rep as a leading female rapper, but also showcased her street cred and paid homage to her Brooklyn roots and influential artists like Biggie and, of course, Jay-Z. The success of China Doll was a stamp of approval for Foxy Brown's undeniable talent and the impact of her collabs with Jay-Z. They were making waves together, no doubt about it. Foxy Brown's music covers everything from gritty street stories to empowering messages, reflecting the mix of influences that shaped her style. Fast forward to 2001, she dropped Broken Silence, featuring the Grammy-nominated track Nana Be Like. But here's where things get real. This period brought some serious challenges her way. The album didn't hit the commercial heights she was aiming for, and dealing with label drama at Def Jam just added more twists to her journey. Eventually, she walked away from the label. Meanwhile, Jay-Z was on his own grind, not just as a rap legend, but also as a savvy entrepreneur, climbing higher in the music game. It's like they were on different paths in the same musical universe. In 2004, Jay-Z steps up as the president of Def Jam Recordings, and guess what? It's a game changer for Foxy Brown. One of Jay-Z's first moves in the big seat is to bring Foxy Brown back into the Def Jam family. Talk about a turning point in their story. Foxy's return under Jay-Z's wing is like a rebirth for her career. She's dropping new music, teaming up with different artists, all while keeping that strong link with Jay-Z. Their connection, born in the mid-90s, goes way beyond just making songs together. It's like a deep artistic bond. Foxy and Jay-Z's partnership isn't just about dropping tracks. It's a reflection of their shared passion for the craft, a real showcase of how much they respect and admire each other's talents. They've got this musical language that only the two of them understand, turning their releases into more than just songs. They're artistic expressions that hit home with their fans. It's a whole vibe and a testament to the lasting impact of their musical journey. As Jay-Z's influence in the game kept growing, he went big by launching Roc Nation, a label and entertainment company repping a whole bunch of different artists. Being a music mogul gave him the power to back up incoming talent, becoming a big player in shaping the careers of many artists. Foxy Brown, on the flip side, stayed holding it down in the hip-hop scene. She kept dropping tracks, teaming up on collabs that put her unique style and lyrical skills in the spotlight. She's still rocking as one of the top female rappers in the game, and this legacy isn't just about her time with Jay-Z. Now, their connection, it's a lasting part of their journeys, but let's keep it real. It's had its share of twists and turns. Foxy's challenges shine a light on how tricky the music industry can be. It's a tough game, where success often comes with unexpected pressures and all kinds of complications. Foxy Brown's ride took an unexpected turn with some extra complications, like a sudden hearing loss that made her hit pause on the Black Roses album. The project was all set to drop, but bam, it got pushed to who knows when, throwing more question marks into her career. And then there were whispers about Jay-Z not being too thrilled with how things were going with Foxy's album. Rumor had it he was thinking about her making a detour from the Def Jam label. Well, the hype around Black Roses eventually got canceled, changing up the course of their collab journey. It's like they hit a detour sign, and things went in a different direction. Back in May 2007, Black Hand Entertainment made a big announcement. They're managing Foxy Brown, with Chaz Williams taking charge. But here's the twist. The release date for Black Roses was still up in the air, leaving Foxy's career at a bit of a crossroads, with everyone wondering where she'd take her music. On August 16, 2007, Black Hand Entertainment made it official. Foxy Brown was bidding farewell to Def Jam and gearing up to launch her indie record label, Black Rose Entertainment, with distribution through Coke Records. This move was a major pivot in her career, signaling a quest for a fresh path to express her artistic vision and tackle the ever-changing music industry landscape. It looked like she was about to carve out a new space for herself, but unfortunately, things took a turn for the worse. Now, the big question is, why did her career take a nosedive despite having Jay-Z in her corner? She's super talented, and she's always spoken highly of Jay. You'd think he would have pulled some strings to keep her in the game, right? It's not surprising that many folks believe that after Jay was done with Foxy, he just let her fade into the background. Initially, Lil' Kim got the blame for supposedly messing up Foxy's career due to their rocky history. But, it's starting to look like Jay might have played a role in the whole mess when he was done with her. Wouldn't be too surprising if he's cutting a check to Foxy to stick to the story that they were never a thing. Now let's talk about how Foxy's career just kept taking hits. When she was 17, she got a 30-day suspended sentence and 80 hours of community service for spitting on 2 hotel workers. And it didn't stop there. In 2000, she crashed her Range Rover in Brooklyn, got slapped with an arrest for driving with a suspended license. The drama didn't let up for Foxy in 2002. She got herself arrested in Jamaica for going at it with a policewoman at the airport. And get this, she decided to be a no-show for her court appearance in another incident. Then, in 2004, she caught some legal heat for allegedly attacking two manicurists in NYC over a $20 bill. Talk about a wild ride. She wasn't up for any plea bargains and ended up with 3 years of probation and anger management classes. In 2005, when she showed up to court for the case, she got herself handcuffed to the bench. Why? Well, she decided to stick her tongue out at the judge. And that's not all. She even gave the court officer a hard time, hitting them while they were trying to slap on the handcuffs. She wasn't about to apologize until they threatened her with 30 days in jail for contempt. The courtroom had its share of theatrics, courtesy of Foxy Brown. Now, let's not brush aside how tight Jay-Z and R. Kelly were. And you know R. Kelly's got a track record of some unspeakable stuff. Remember when Nas hinted that Jay-Z probably knew what R. Kelly was up to with those girls? Nas spilled the tea to Wendy Williams in a radio interview saying, "I could have shown the R. Kelly video that everybody's talking about and made fun of it and show pictures of Jay hanging out. You can't tell me Jay didn't see a 14-year-old girl come to the studio and sit on R. Kelly's lap. You gonna tell me he didn't see no 14-year-old girl coming to the vicinity?" Anyway, Foxy started growing up, getting wiser, and realized how messed up her relationship with Jay-Z was. As she matured, she no longer felt cool being Jay-Z's little secret playpen. That's when things went south. Jay-Z not only ended things with her personally, but also professionally. He stopped collaborating with her, and to add insult to injury, he blacklisted her in the industry. Sources even say that Jay-Z made sure nobody in the business wanted to work with her. Tough situation, right? It didn't help that she had some beef with people in the industry, making things even more challenging for her. It's just wild to think about this story of Jay-Z messing with a teenager and then cutting ties when she decided she didn't want that kind of life anymore. Well, the streets are definitely talking, and people are saying Foxy Brown was gorgeous and had rap skills. The way they ended her career was one of the worst mistakes hip-hop did. This is all grim. Another says, Jay-Z is also a fabricated character he plays, just like every other rapper. But I'm curious to hear your take on Foxy's story. Do you think she's just chasing clout, or could there be some truth to this? Drop your thoughts in the comments.